we are following some major breaking news. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife have been captured by United States forces. And right now, the vice president of Venezuela is demanding proof of life. Now, the Venezuelan government says it does not know where Maduro is. And this follows airstrikes across the country overnight. So I want to give you a live look right now in Caracas. People there, they are in the streets. You see them standing there. They are taking video. They're trying to figure out what is going on as the country is in flux. We have heard people chanting that you will not take Maduro away from us. We want to go live now here in South Florida to our own reporter within the Venezuelan community, which the chants here, Steve, are very different than what they are in Venezuela.
Absolutely. Even though there's been a shelter-in-place order here in the United States, people here in Doral have just been jubilant here. The Venezuelan community has been coming out as the sun has been rising here, right side of El Arapazo here in Doral. I want to step out so you can see. Everyone here has just filled this entire gas station here. They've been singing, they've been dancing, they've been chanting freedom. They've been singing the U.S. national anthem, the Venezuelan national anthem. For many of the people we've spoken to here, this is a day that's going to go down in history for the Venezuelan community, essentially a liberation day for them, because many of the people here, this goes through generations, as we've talked about. There are people that have had to live through the Hugo Chavez and then Nicolas Maduro, and then with the election that happened in Venezuela. And so many people here are really just sinking in the fact that Nicolas Maduro has been removed from Venezuela, and they're hoping that the country can move forward and even just start that journey towards becoming more of a democracy. So here people have just been singing, trying to keep a positive mind, thinking that right now what matters the most to them is that Nicolas Maduro has been removed from Venezuela. And again, people say this is not an act of war, but an act of freedom. Here's what one demonstrator told us earlier this morning. Did you feel this was the only way to get him out?
100%, yes. He will not leave. He's not the real president of Venezuela. No, it's not an act of war, it's an act of freedom.
Here you can see people are circling, they're singing. It's been pure emotion for the people. The people have been crying. It's brought them to tears. They feel that this is a historic day where Venezuela can move forward and get, again, more towards a democracy here. So we are going to be keeping you up to date here throughout the morning here. There are people of all generations. There are young people, older people, and you can tell that this really does mean a lot to the Venezuelan community here. They are proud of their heritage and their culture and their community, and they know their history. So we will be bringing you those stories throughout the morning. Be sure to stay with us both on air and online. For now, let's send it back to you guys.
Steve, maybe you can ask your photographer to pan over a bit. Let's hear what they're saying out there.
Sure, we're going to show you right here. Right now they are singing, again, we've heard them singing the Venezuelan national anthem, the U.S. national anthem, and you hear a word you'll hear a lot is libertad. That means freedom here. So let's listen to them.
You know, Steve, one thing that kind of stands out to me is how Betty was saying everyone's celebrating here in Doral. In Venezuela, I spoke to a friend this morning who said those who are opposed to Nicolas Maduro, they're staying inside, they're scared. Talk about the difference of how it is here and there.
Well, that's a very good point, Ted. You know, what we heard from other people today is that they're so glad that they can celebrate here in the United States. They, of course, know that with Maduro being removed potentially from power here, there could be some chaos down in Venezuela, some crises. So for here, they're glad that they're in the United States. They can celebrate and let their voices be heard freely. So again, that really shows the disconnect. Down in Venezuela, this probably wouldn't be as acceptable, but here in the United States, they are able to exercise their First Amendment rights and celebrate what they believe is a really historic and joyous day for them.
Just letting some of that sound play out for us. It's live here in Doral. And Steve, as we're watching this, yeah, very good point there. It's very different what is happening here in the United States as opposed to what is occurring in Venezuela. People are in the streets in both countries. Yet, it's a very different feeling because the U.S. has stated that any Americans in Venezuela should be sheltering in place due to all the things that have occurred overnight, including the removal of Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela. Of course, we will be checking in with you, Steve, and we will be hearing from those on the ground as well, because we want to hear more about not only the celebration, about what they think, what this means going forward as well. So we'll be checking in with you live throughout the morning.